Hi, everyone, and welcome to Toy Talk Sunday. So, today I want to show you some of the toys that I got for my birthday this year, which was just last Friday, the 11th, Veterans Day. First of all, I celebrated for 2 days. I started on the 10th because we decided, or I did, that with it being a Friday evening, my birthday, I'd rather go out to dinner on Thursday and stay home and do a game night on Friday. So, that's what I did. So anyway, let's get back to the gifts though. The food was good, the celebration was good, but this video is focusing on gifts. So first of all, I got the Madam C.J. Walker doll that you see here, and I am really surprised how puffy her sleeves are. I didn't realize they were quite that big, but I still like the doll. It's I love the colors. I feel like this is something's different about this than when I first saw this doll. Like maybe they took some of the criticism they were getting and made her a little puffier in general. I don't know, but does she look different to you all than when the doll first came out? I mean, this is brand new to me, but I don't know. I didn't see the others in person. By the way, for some reason this box has some smudges. This is a long smudge here and this weird little spot here, but I mean, I'm not going to get too hung up on that, but I just thought that's odd for a new doll that's not been done anything. Even on the side there's some smudgies. See that? But yeah, I love the colors of the outfit this doll has, and I've watched some of the episodes. I haven't gotten through it all yet on Madam C.J. Walker on the Netflix series. Oh shoot, what is that called? Like Self-Made, I believe, and then there's more to it. But look at her face. I really like the face on this doll, and sorry about the glare. It's really nice outside, sunny-wise, so I want the windows open to let in that natural light, but that's the downside. So, here's a picture of the actual Madam C.J. Walker, which, as a reminder, she is famous in this city. This is where she was famous. By the way, she was from 1867, and I guess she died in 1919. And she says, and this is a quote from her, "Don't sit and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them happen," in other words. Madam C.J. Walker. So she was born in Louisiana, I guess, and she at some point moved here to Indianapolis. Let's see if it says. In 1910, they moved to Indianapolis where Walker opened a factory, a salon, and a beauty school. And so we have the Madam C.J. Walker Theater here, and I believe there's also a street named after her, if memory serves me. But it's a beautiful theater. It's amazing. It's kind of like, I don't know, in a way like the Apollo Theater. I mean, that kind of theater. It's certainly not a movie theater, or a theater where they do plays and things. To my knowledge, I think they do mostly special events there. So now moving on to some of the other, now all the other figures that I got, or toys, I mean, are figures, and they're Mego figures. That company from the 70s that has reinvented in the last 10 years, 5 to 7 years, something like that. So this is one of the newest figures that I got, and it's Green Arrow, of course. See that here? Sometimes I wear my Green Arrow shirt with him on it, you'll see. This one's a little different. I'm not sure when this is from, and I don't think it really says like what era this is from, because he's not normally wearing this hoodie type thing. He normally has a little green cap on that sort of looks like a Robin Hoodish kind of thing. But as you can see in the drawing, this is the one that has this hooded um, shirt. And of course, he has this big bow and arrow. He always has that. Um, I like these toys, and I'm big on the superheroes in this. In this case, they call it Justice League, but also just DC Comics superheroes. But I don't read the comics, so I don't know a lot about the different figures or what their backstory is, or sometimes even what their power. Like I don't really know, other than he's good with a bow and arrow, what his power is. I do know he has 26 points of articulation. It says that right here. So, yeah, this is new for this year, I believe. And I got it just the other day for my birthday. So, Yeah, that's that one. And then, now that's the only superhero. Now there are two Planet of the Apes figures. So this is from actually the second Planet of the Apes movie in about 1970 or 71, something like that. They were, it was actually called Beneath the Planet of the Apes. That's not on here, which I think it should be, but this is Brent, who was played by James Franciscus in the movie. And, this is a picture of the actor right here. Not not too hard on the eyes, let's say. And then Nova, for those who prefer the female sex, uh, there's a lot of guys in the Mego figure community who absolutely adore Nova. Now, they have not made a Nova figure in this line yet, but I can't imagine that won't be soon, one of the next ones. So they're doing a good job on these. Of course, there's the famous Statue of Liberty scene in the end of the first one. This company was brought back by a guy named Marty Abrams. Says, AKA the father of the action figure, has launched these figures in response to overwhelming demand. Mego was started by his father, David Abrams, in 1954 and named by his younger brother, Howard, who would say, Mego too. I didn't know that part. Howard later became head of sales for the company. Mego sold over 20 million of the figures. They're 8 inches, by the way. Action heroes worldwide, and Mego Corporation is proud to take over that fine heritage today. So, yeah, this, like I said, they've been back around for, gosh, I think it's been about 5 to 7 years. So, now the other figure that I got from the Planet of the Apes line, which, by the way, is from the first movie, is Taylor. And Taylor is of course, Charlton Heston. His name was George Taylor, is for it says here. For some reason, they don't give the actors credit on these. I mean, obviously, Green Arrow isn't a real person or anything like that, although there was an Arrow series later, or maybe it's still going on. Here's the back of that package, by the way. Instead of having a photo on this one, they have a drawing, which is weird, or painting, or whatever that is. A print. Um, and this, by the way, is a damaged card, so I am a little disappointed in that. And I might have to see if I can get another one. But, yeah, this was not one where, if you buy something, and I've got one coming up like this that is already damaged, and you get a slightly, like a discount, that's one thing. But this wasn't like that. This was a regular one that they jammed into a small box, and it got damaged. So that's unfortunate, but if I take it out of the box, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm maybe going to take these two Planet of the Apes ones out of the box. But as far as the likeness, yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on this one. I think this looks more like Charlton Heston than that did of James Franciscus. So, and of course, he was from the NASA, like, they called it ANSA. You can see it here on the or what is that? AHSA. Oh, I thought it was an N. It's an H. So, ASA, I don't know. I've been saying ANSA for years. I was misreading that. Yeah, it's an H unless they misspelled it. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. That's weird. I would think they would have it right, though. So, probably I was wrong. Yeah, and I like the packaging. By the way, they're getting ready to come out for 50th anniversary from those from the 70s. Back to this one for a minute. 5 or 6 of the DC superheroes 50th anniversary Megos, where they're going to look just like it. Now I have probably at least 12 of the originals from the 70s up there on a shelf. I'm not going to get them down now because it's kind of hard to get to them, but they're instead of in this kind of packaging, they're in boxes. So it's like a little rectangular box about 9 or so inches to fit the 8-inch figure, and it's about this wide. It's pretty small. So I'm gonna get some of those when they come out in December. They're on my Christmas list, so we'll see what I get, and then I'll get some of my own to get the rest. But yeah, they've got Superman, Batman, Robin, um, Aquaman, who am I missing? Shazam, who I'm not very familiar with. and Green Lantern. So those 6. So they don't have Wonder Woman, which I have up there. Let's see, who else don't they have? Green Arrow. But they just did a Green Arrow, so maybe that's why. So, but I mean, to do 6 at one time is pretty good, and that's the. So what would that be? This would be 50th anniversary. So maybe that was from '73 when they first started coming out. But yeah, the Migos in the '70s went for years, and they did everything from Wizard of Oz to Starsky and Hutch to the Waltons to Planet of the Apes. So, and the DC figures and also Marvel figures. Now moving on to the last 2 figures today. Now this one, talk about a damaged package. Thank goodness I am taking this one out. Now I knew this was a damaged package, and it was like $2 less or something like that. But my goodness, look at this. It's not only this, it's half off the thing here. See? It's half off. And it's all warbled. So this is probably the worst damaged package I've ever gotten from Amazon. And actually it was in a plastic bag too, and it was kind of hard to get out. But yeah, I've never seen one quite so damaged. Now, I don't think. Let's just take this out because it's going to come out anyway. See, they just come out pretty easy, but not usually that easy. And then, unlike Barbie, there are no straps or wires to hold it in. So let's just set that on the ground. And Shirley's like, "What was that?" Shirley's laying over here. So this is Quark, who is a Ferengi. Now, I'm not a Trekkie, but I did watch some of the shows over the years, including this is from Star Trek: The Next Generation, or actually this might have been from, oh gosh, what was the one after that? The one, yeah, this is the one with Benjamin Sisko as captain. I'm blanking out. Maybe it was Voyager. Okay, Star Trek Voyager sounds right. I think this is a pretty good one, but his proportions are kind of wonky, I think. Also, I'm told, now let me see, this is about a little over 7 inches, I think. They're not, some of the new ones are not quite 8 inch, and people are complaining about that because you put it with the rest of your Star Trek figures, it's not going to look the same. Now, in this case, the Ferengi were shorter, but for some of the other figures, it might be a problem. Speaking of Benjamin Sisko, I have ordered him as well. This is with a gift card a friend of mine gave me for Amazon. So I got this and a couple other. That one was supposed to be here today too, but it got delayed until tomorrow. So I don't have Benjamin Sisko to show in this video. He's pretty colorful. I don't remember this red, sparkly. I'll have to look at the show or pictures from it, but yeah, that seems a little odd. I don't think I would have done that fabric. He's like the festive Ferengi. I don't, but the head is a little strange to me. I don't remember their head being quite that weird or that shape. But again, it's been a while since I've seen it. So overall, it's a great figure. I like it. It's just those 2 things, the fabric choice on this red and the head shape might be a little off. I don't know. And then last for today is Lieutenant Worf. So now this is from Star Trek: The Next Generation again. I think he looks great, and he's in his regular uniform, I guess that is. Now this was one that also supposedly had some damage. That's why they put this on here sometimes, or sometimes it's on somewhere else. But one of these I got to come off with no problem recently. I don't know if this one will. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's coming off pretty easily, see? So I take those off, obviously. And then here's a picture of him on the back. Now, and there is some damage, you can see it, but it's nothing terrible at all. Again, I've taken all my Star Trek ones out, except when I have extras. So this will probably be coming out. He looks a little different here. Like, there were different seasons. Like, see how his hair in the figure is longer? That's the way I remember him. Now, it could be pulled back here. I don't know. But anyway, I always liked this character. I thought it was the whole show. I thought Next Generation was excellent. They did such a good job on that show, and I watched it on and off for years. Although, again, I'm not a big Trekkie, so. But, yeah, really good job on this figure. And here's the back again. Now, I'm not sure why they picture Captain Picard up here, but they do, so maybe that just signifies that's who was the captain of this particular series. Now, by the way, he says 14 points of articulation. And let me see something. Yeah, Green Arrow had 26. And these two also have... Oh, well, that's weird. You know what? Taylor, I just noticed from Planet of the Apes, has 14. And then Brent has 26. So I'm curious what he has that Taylor doesn't, as far as joints that move. I don't know. I'll let you all know when I find out. But anyway, it's been a Mego kind of birthday, and I love that. I'm just a huge Mego fan from the 70s till now. And, you know, keep in mind that people have waited for so many years for Migos, and we didn't think they'd ever come back, but they did, and it was a long wait. So, in the meantime, you take care, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great week.